When you think of New York, what comes to mind? The bright lights of Times Square, the towering skyscrapers of Manhattan. While New York City is undeniably iconic, the state of New York is so much more than just its most famous metropolis. From the thundering Niagara Falls to the peaks of the Adirondacks, from the rolling hills of the Hudson Valley to the sparkling Finger Lakes, New York is a state of incredible diversity and natural beauty. And tucked away in these varied landscapes are hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Quirky museums, charming small towns, and off-the-beaten-path attractions that even many lifelong New Yorkers have never heard of. Join me as we uncover some of the Empire State's best-kept secrets. From serene natural escapes to fascinating museums, quirky cultural finds, and local neighborhood treasures that showcase a whole other side of New York. Pack your bags, because we're about to see the real New York like never before. First up, let's escape the concrete jungle and get back to nature. Did you know that just a few hours from the bustling streets of Manhattan, you can find yourself surrounded by cascading waterfalls and lush forests? Tucked away in the Finger Lakes region lies Buttermilk Falls State Park. This 811-acre oasis is named for its series of 11 stunning waterfalls that tumble down rocky cliffs into crystal-clear pools. The park's crown jewel is the Buttermilk Gorge Loop Trail, a moderate 1.6-mile hike that winds along the gorge, passing by bubbling streams, wooden footbridges, and misty waterfalls. Keep your eyes peeled for local wildlife like white-tailed deer and red foxes. For a different perspective, how about a stroll 212 feet above the Hudson River? The walkway over the Hudson in Poughkeepsie is the world's longest elevated pedestrian bridge, stretching 1.28 miles across the river. Originally a railroad bridge built in 1889, this impressive structure was transformed into a scenic walkway in 2009. It's the perfect spot to take in sweeping panoramic views of the Hudson Valley. And with its year-round appeal, you can watch the landscape transform through the seasons, from vibrant fall foliage to glistening winter snow. Now, let's unearth some of the state's more unusual spots for history, art, and family fun. If you're traveling with kids, or are a kid at heart, you won't want to miss the Strong National Museum of Play in Rochester. Named one of the top 10 best museums in the U.S. by Condé Nast Traveler in 2022, this massive interactive museum is a wonderland for all ages. Spread across 100,000 square feet, the Strong is home to the world's largest collection of toys, dolls, and games. But this isn't your typical hands-off museum. Here you're encouraged to play your way through exhibits. Take a spin on the colorful 1918 carousel, star in your own Wegmans TV commercial, stroll down a life-size Sesame Street, or get hands-on with vintage video games in the World Video Game Hall of Fame. With so many immersive exhibits and opportunities for creative play, you could easily spend a whole day exploring this whimsical hidden gem. Here's one tasty treat of a hidden gem. Did you know that America's favorite wiggly dessert was invented in New York? Yep, Jell-O got its start in the small town of Leroy, way back in 1897. Today you can visit the quirky Jell-O Gallery Museum to learn all about the history and pop culture impact of this iconic brand. Browse vintage Jell-O advertisements, marvel at retro Jell-O molds, and even try your hand at making your own Jell-O art. True Jell-O fanatics can plan a trip around the annual Jell-O Week celebration in August, which features a Jell-O brick road, Jell-O architecture contests, and all sorts of jiggly fun. It's a delightfully offbeat sweet spot for food history buffs and nostalgic travelers alike. Step back in time at the New York State Museum in Albany, where you can come face-to-face with a 13,000-year-old mastodon skeleton. The Cohoes mastodon, named for the town near Albany where it was discovered in 1866, is one of the most complete mastodon skeletons ever found. Learning about the chance discovery of this massive Ice Age creature is sure to capture the imagination of kids and adults alike. It's not every day you get to see a real-life prehistoric giant up close. Ready for a psychedelic adventure? Head to the Catskill Kaleidoscope in Mount Tremper, home to the world's largest kaleidoscope. Housed inside a converted 60-foot tall grain silo, this mesmerizing installation features 10-minute abstract light shows choreographed to music. As you sit back in the theater-style seating, prepare to be dazzled by a swirling symphony of colors and patterns projected onto the massive angled mirrors. It's a trippy, one-of-a-kind experience you won't soon forget. Some of New York's greatest hidden gems are nestled right in its charming small towns and neighborhoods. These local spots might fly under the radar, but they're well worth seeking out. Ever dreamed of striking it rich? Try your luck at the Herkimer diamond mines, where you can prospect for your own treasures. Don't let the name fool you. Herkimer diamonds are actually double-terminated quartz crystals that formed nearly 500 million years ago. Visitors can spend the day mining for these glittering gems and even have them crafted into custom jewelry on site. Talk about a unique souvenir. It's a fun, hands-on activity that kids and grown-ups can enjoy together. Looking for a picture-perfect hidden gem? Seek out the Cross Island Chapel in Oneida, New York, the world's smallest church at just 28.68 square feet. Floating on a tiny island in the middle of a pond, this miniature marvel is a popular spot for unique wedding photos. Even if you're not tying the knot, it's worth a visit to see this pint-sized place of worship surrounded by tranquil waters and greenery. It's the epitome of small but mighty. Finally, let's talk money-saving tips and under-the-radar eats. Discovering local favorites is a great way to stretch your travel budget while getting a true taste of New York. Want a slice of New York City skyline views without the hefty price tag? Skip the crowded observation decks and hop on the Roosevelt Island tram. For the same cost as a subway ride, you'll be treated to a scenic journey gliding above the East River. Once you reach the island, take time to explore its quiet streets and hidden history, like the crumbling ruins of a 19th century smallpox hospital. It's an offbeat urban adventure that won't break the bank. When in Buffalo, skip the ubiquitous wings and instead seek out the city's lesser-known but equally delicious signature dish, the beef on weck. This hearty sandwich features slow-roasted, thinly sliced roast beef piled high on a freshly baked Kummelweck roll covered in coarse salt and caraway seeds. For an authentic taste of this regional specialty, head to Schwabel's in West Seneca, a no-frills tavern that's been perfecting the beef on weck since 1837. Pair your sandwich with a side of German potato salad and an ice-cold beer for a satisfying meal that won't break the bank. As you bite into the juicy beef and savor the salty crunch of the roll, you'll understand why locals love this humble hidden gem. It's a taste of Buffalo history you won't find in any guidebook. For a budget-friendly day trip, head upstate to Kingston, a historic Hudson Valley town bursting with small-town charm. Stroll along the colorful waterfront district with its Dutch-style architecture, dine on fresh local fare at riverside restaurants, and pop into the town's many art galleries. With its vibrant art scene, outdoor activities, and walkable downtown, Kingston offers a perfect mix of culture and nature on a shoestring. And there you have it, just a sampling of New York's countless hidden treasures waiting to be uncovered. From serene natural wonders and fascinating museums to quirky roadside attractions, small-town charms, and budget-friendly adventures, the Empire State truly has something for every type of traveler. So the next time you're planning a trip to New York, remember to venture off the beaten path. Embrace the unexpected, the underrated, the secretly spectacular. Because sometimes The most memorable travel moments happen when you leave the guidebook behind and let your curiosity lead the way. If you enjoyed this virtual tour of New York's hidden gems, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Travel Practical for more insider travel tips and guides to offbeat destinations. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite underrated spot in New York? Thanks for exploring with me today. Until next time, I'm Travel Practical, wishing you happy, adventurous, serendipitous travels. See you down the road.